Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Bombeck. I'm a second-year electrical engineering student at the University of Maryland and a member of the Science and Global Change Scholars Program. Over the summer, I worked at the National Museum of Natural History down in DC with Dr. Karen Osborne. In particular, I was focused on the vision structures of these tiny little marine amphipods called hyperids, which have evolved really interesting eyes. My job at Smithsonian was sort of three jobs. First, I updated documentation to make it more accessible for future volunteers and interns. Secondly, I plotted individual points of interest on the eye models. So those are the corneas, those are the rhabdoms. And third, I helped adapt a deep heat map regression model that had been built for use on the Smithsonian's high-powered computing cluster. In general, I feel like I learned a ton from this project. Obviously, I learned a lot about marine amphipods, but I also learned a lot about what the research process looks like. I had never done a project like this that tied modeling into application in the way that science does, and I'd also never had a chance to work on a project that is so broad and so long-spanning as something like this, right? Research isn't always a set start date and a set end date. You know, I just put my time in, and the people after me will continue working on that. And that's a really interesting experience that I hadn't had a chance to have before. If you're looking to get involved in research, I would strongly recommend first looking to the Smithsonian. They are largely volunteer-based, and so they are always looking for people to do that research. Find someone who's interested in the same thing that you're interested in and is doing that research, and just reach out to them. But I think that advice goes for areas beyond the Smithsonian as well, right? Find somebody who's doing research you like and just reach out. And a lot of them will say no, sure, but some of them might say yes. And at the end of the day, that's how you're going to find the opportunities that you really care about.